All right, everybody, what is up? It is Wednesday night. It's about 8:30 where I'm at. Hopefully everybody is having fun, having a good day. Just getting everything set up. It'll be just a few minutes. And what is up, Brian? 7. So we got some real Degen stuff happening tonight. This is going to be a 12-way Time Spiral Remastered booster box battle. 12 people get 3 packs apiece. The high and the low CMC get an entire Time Spiral Remastered booster box presented to them. So little Mad Lad Degen Pound Town stuff happening today. So glad you're joining me for the festivities. Getting everything pulled up on Twitch, got YouTube, have Facebook. Got to get everybody tagged here, DM'd. It's a long process. I wish it was easier, but it's not. So if you're here, you're watching, say hi. That way I can say hi back. What's up, Neil? Andy? From whatnot to here. Yeah, man. I had to creep and see what Lorcana was about, man. Had to see what Lorcana was about. So what are your opinions on Lorcana so far? Bro, I'm so excited for Wilds of Eldraine. Like at first I was super hesitant because the bonus sheet stuff, I was like, man, if they're doing all these really sick cards on the bonus sheet, the regular set's going to be dog water. But that's so not true. Even the base set looks really good. I'm gonna go Friday and actually learn how to play Lorcana. So I'm gonna give it a shot. They say it plays a little bit like Magic, a little bit like Flesh and Blood with like the ink system. 2 sets and 3 collectors for Shane. Going hard in the paint. So this is box number 1. I moved Frank up because Ronnie bowed out, so that does leave a spot in box 2 if anybody is interested. Body count, what's up, man? I mean, that's a lot of money, Shane. Kimberly's like, let's get those pickle packs. I copied and pasted these names, so I'm having to fix some names right quick. Time Spiral, baby. This is where BC got his namesake. Before this, he was just a regular guy. Okay, since we're talking about pickles, let me turn you guys on to something. I don't know how you'll feel about this, and I didn't know how I felt about it at first either. But go to McDonald's and get it like a 10-piece or 20-piece McNugget, right? And then get some get a side of pickles with it and eat a pickle with a nugget. I'm gonna tell you, like late at night, there's just something about it. It hits. It hits. I don't know what it is. How much is it to participate? In this one, it's 69 doll hairs. You get 3 packs. There'll be 12 people in each box. Whoever has the highest CMC out of their 3-packs and the lowest CMC out of the 3-packs gets a full box. It's like a baby McChicken. A lot of people will bite the top off the nugget, and then like the breading and the inside the nugget, there's a gap there. They'll shove the pickle down inside of it. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So we're going to have to back the camera out. Maximum distance here. Let me move this. I'm getting some glare off of my light there. How am I still getting the ring? That may be from the. Okay, there it goes. The ring light. The ring light glare went away. The pickle pocket, exactly. Exactly. That's what everybody calls my ex-girlfriend too. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna leave that to the imagination. So what are the big hits out of here now? Of course the retro foil like Ponder, Chalice and things like that. But I think the foil Gemstone Caverns is still pretty expensive too, right? Sometimes I make bad, inappropriate jokes that I shouldn't say, and I apologize. I didn't mean it. Urborg. Oh yeah, Urborg's in this. All right, there's. Oh, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to double up somehow. This is gonna get interesting. There's not enough real estate here to do 12 all the way across. Yep, Sliver Legion is a big one. Of course, as BC knows, the retro Thoughtseize is a little bit. So we'll probably do some of this when Wilds of Eldraine comes out, if I can get enough of the product in to do complete booster boxes. Retro Thoughtseize, that's insane. Here we go. So what I'll have to do is, let's see. Okay, yeah, I'll have to put some name tags at the top and at the bottom. Before we went live, I randomized this. So starting things off will be Zach. And then, of course, I said I did change some names. So, we do have to fix a few names here. Can I get a side of slivers, says Tank. We'll see. There's a lot of slivers in this set. So if you are looking for cards for your new pre-con, this is a good set to grab some guys from. We got Scott, Lewis, Brian, Frank the Tank, James, Jeremy, Expo, Greg, Chief Keith, and then Kieran in the caboose. Are you guys ready? It's taken me long enough to get here. So let's start things off with Zach. Zach K. Here we go. These are Belgian printed packs. I don't know if that's going to help us or hurt us here, but we're about to find out. So Zach K is up first. Swarmyard, Ancient Stirrings. Oh! When it looked like he was going for the low, the Greater Gargadon Counting rares, mythics, and retros. As always, correct body count. Rares, mythics, and retros. So the Gargadon is, I feel like this card's going to shoot up in price with the new Doctor Who card that was spoiled. A lot of the suspend cards, actually. So pack 1 for Zach is an 11. Pack 2. The more, like, I avoid spoilers, but it's been impossible for me to miss them with Wilds of Eldraine. Every day that I see something new about that set, it keeps getting better and better. So that's a Magus of the Moon and a repeal. So that's 4. So Zach's first 2 packs have him at 14. Body count, this is where you were born. We merely adopted the TSR. And this is your first pack, body count. Here we go. It's a Restore Balance. Oh! BC! Primetime Retro Foil. Sheesh! And this is why BC is called BC. A Mythic, a Retro Foil, and a Molten Rain. Pack 1 is a 9. I need to open Jimmy a pie. The legend continues. Kung Fu. The legend continues. So there is still one spot left in box number 2. If anybody is feeling froggy, jump on in there. All right, BC, Hive Stone and a Natali. So that's going to be 8 more. Bring the camera in a little closer. Putting body count at 17. And that is currently through 2 participants, the high spot. Last foil prime time over $50. Not bad, not bad. We got Scott in. Let's go, Scott. Banalish Commander, Timur Battle Rage, and a Feebleness. So remember, it's the high, and Jimmy said put them in. Jimmy, you want the last spot? Wheel of Fate for another Mythic, and a Nature's Claim. So Scott's looking good for that low spot. 6, 7 total. Putting you at 13. Oh, somebody else may have grabbed the last spot. Let's see who it was. Shane got it. Shane got it before Jimmy. We're gonna Jimmy. We're gonna do some more of these because I've got like 20 or so boxes to get through. All right, this is pack 1 for Lewis. Here we go, Lewis. Safi Eric's daughter. This was actually made after one of the developer's daughters way back in the day. Bedlam Reveler. So big first pack there. That's going to be 10 CMC for Lewis. Quick like bunny. If you want to do a whole box, Jimmy, I could make a YouTube video out of it. Extirpate. This card used to be so expensive. It's still pretty good. And Exquisite Firecraft. That's going to be 14 for Lewis. This is really anybody's game. It's going to come down to that last pack. Brian Burt. Let's go. His name was Eric, I do believe. Do you need to be part of the Facebook group? No. But currently that is... Oh, Brian with the Caverns. Sheesh. Gary. And a foil summoners packs. What is going on with this box? You do not have to be part of the Facebook group, but currently that's the only place the notifications pop up. I'm working on getting them to show up on YouTube too, with the links to the website. That way you can check out and join. And a nice pack one there for Brian. This is a very solid box. We're only like a quarter of the way through it. I also need to get a hold of Alex and get my Discord back. Miri the Cursed, Solemn Simulacrum, the OG sad robot there, in a retro frame. 8 more, that's going to put you at 13, Brian. All right, Frank the Tank Herbert, you're going to need to call on all your tank power here. If we got Urborg and a Sliver Legion, look, you already got one Sliver. Croson Grip, Draw New, Lich Lord, a Johnny's Pride Mate. That is the Timmy of all Timmy cards. At some point, we've all played with it. 7 mana start for Frank the Tank. So many. What do you call the? Would you call these packs yellow, gold? What would be the proper? Harvest Gold, maybe? Angel's Grace, Restoration Angel, and this is currently my favorite art of Restoration Angel, I think. And 4 or 5. Gonna put Frank at 12. So I noticed people started getting their Angel Commander deck in. Do we know what the bonus card, like the secret card, is yet? All right, here we go. James S, you are up. So we did get this one full. We do have a couple spots left in an AFR set box. There are 3 AFR collector packs. Draining Welk, Panharmonicon. It was Sigarda's Egg. That makes sense. That's a good pack there for James. 10 mana start. Is that thing still on sale? I've been kicking around the idea of buying a couple of those, but like, I've got to pay for Wilds of Eldraine in like 10 days or 12 days or something like that. It doesn't feel like a good use of money currently. Urborg! This box is cracked. And the Ruins double land pack there for James, but that does put you in the low spot. And if you, wow. If you stay there, that's a box plus a Urborg. Thanks, Christina. All right, Jeremy H, here we go. Focus, please. One of the funniest things I've seen is, I don't know if you guys know Haley from the group. Gauntlet of Power. Liliana's Triumph. But she started a TikTok channel. And she did a TikTok where she's got a Urborg in play and then plays a Blood Moon. And then it's like, how does that work? And it's like, they're all mountains. Pack 2 for Jeremy H. Let's go. Jaya Ballard. I like the fact they put her in latex. Remand, my favorite card, or one of my favorite cards. And that's going to be 5 more there for Jeremy. And that puts you at 12. Expo. So me and Expo have a really good idea for a YouTube video. I need to film it in the next couple days. Summoners Pact and a Time of Need. Starting low, Expo. I'm going to do it. I need somebody else to do it with me, though. Fungus Sliver and a Farseek. Expo. These 2 packs are telling you to play green, bro. Definitely telling you to play green. That's going to put you at 8. It's not Final Fantasy, no. It's a reaction video to another YouTuber's video. It should be a lot of fun. Greg the Man Mancino, you are up. Let's see what we get here. If we get the Sliver Legion, and this is a double retro foil box, this may be one of the better boxes we've ever opened. Coalition Relic. Containment Priest. Like, this card hasn't been printed enough. It's unreal how many Containment Priests we have out there. Oh, it's a second retro foil. Sheesh. It's just a Zulaport Cutthroat, but holy cow. Insane. 7. What a box. Can we triple tap? We have a better part of half a box left here, guys. Things might get crazy. Vision, Vanquisher's Banner. Vanquisher's Banner is what, an $8 or $10 card? So this and the Vision's an awesome hit. It's gonna be 5 more for Greg. Insane box, guys. Insane. Sometimes you forget that TSR is fun to open because I opened so much of it. I got sick of it real fast. It took me 1 day to be sick of TSR. I don't know if you guys remember that day, but it was a day. Chief Keith. Let's see what Keith's got. This is all really close. We may have a showcase showdown here. Dryad Arbor. Slimefoot the Stowaway. Oh, Neil. Oof. Big oof. That's Phelon of Havenwood and a Hedron Archive. It's going to be 6 more, putting Chief Keith at 9. Super close battle, guys. Super close battle. Now we got Kieran B in the caboose. Let's see what happens. Lots of good cards out of this box, though. Lots of good cards out of this box. Can't be mad about the hits, that's for sure. Life and Limb and a Courser of Crewfix. I feel like Courser of Crewfix is almost an auto-include in a lot of decks. And that's going to be a 7 CMC start. Moving on to pack 2 for Kieran. Another Angel's Grace and a Stinkweed Imp. Good dredge card. It's going to give you 4 more, putting you at 11. So I'm going to do a quick little recap for everybody. That way we just know where we stand. Starting off with Zach, we got 15. Body Count's at 17. Scott's at 13. 14 for Lewis. 13 for Brian. Frank the Tank's at 12. 10 for James. 12 for Jeremy. Expo's at 8. 12 for Greg. Chief Keith's at 9. And 11 for Kieran. So last pack for Zach K. So, but Frank the Tank, all it takes is one big or small pack to change the course of history here. Pact of Negation and a Cranial Platum. Utopia Mycon used to be like a $5 to $10 uncommon way back in the day. BC wants a non-foil Gargadon. So, Zach, that's going to give you 2 more, putting you at 17. Here's Body Count's last pack. He's already the leader. He's already the leader. Can this last pack push him to glory? Angel of Salvation and a Ponder. That's 9 more for BC. And did BC just do BC things? That's 26. Scott. Here we go, Scott. I think everybody else is just fighting for the low now. Errata. And a Gurmag Angler. It's going to be 9 more for Scott. Let's see where that puts it. 22. Lewis. Karavec. Oh man. And a Beast Within. If that second card was a beefy one, we may have seen a change. A change in the lead, but it was just 10 CMC. Nipping at BC's heels, but not quite enough. Has to be named Time Spiral. All right, Brian, here we go. But remember, there's packs left, guys. It's not over till it's over. So BB with a Cloud Key, Elvish Mystic, and a Primal Plasma. So that's 4 more there. Making your total 17. Frank the Tank. Alright, Frank the Tank, this would be a good time to completely whiff, to get a couple suspend spells or a land. Let's see what we get. Oh, there's one land. Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank is in it. Ow! And it's a retro chalice. Sheesh! Frank the Tank whiffed, like I said. And hit a chalice, baby. Woo! Frank the Tank doing Frank the Tank things. Frank said he's going to get his hair cut like this guy if he wins. Leaving Frank the Tank at 12. James is up. This might be outside of like a stellar retro foil. This might be the best box we've opened. James with a Teferi and a Lava Spike. That's going to be 6 more for James. This box is bananas. B-A-N-A. So, James, that's going to put you at 16. Jeremy H. James, you were in low until you hit the Teferi. The Teferi and the Lava Spike, that pushed you up to 16. Currently, the low is Expo with an 8, but he still has a pack left. Frank the Tank is at 12. Frank the Tank is at 12. That's the low with all the packs completed. Jeremy getting a Sliver and a Baral. I'm not saying we pulled a bad one, but we didn't pull one of the high dollar marquee ones. You know what I'm saying? So Jeremy, we have you for 5 more, putting you at 17. Expo, last pack. So Expo, you need to stay at 4 or less out of this pack. 4 or less. Can you do it? Here we go. All right. You got a little breathing room here. That's a Rada. Oh, it's a Sylvan Scry. We've got a tie. We got a tie. Expo is at 12 as well. Greg's turn. So all we need out of this box is a Sliver Legion. All we need is a Sliver Legion. And it's the best box ever. Sudden Spoiling and a Dovin's Veto for Greg Mancino. That's going to give 5 more and put Greg at 17. But remember, if you don't win, I am going to give away a couple random prizes. So not all is lost. Chief Keith. Chief Keith is still in the running too. Chief Keith is at 9. Chief Keith is at 9. So a 3 or less Chief stays in it. The Aeon Chronicler counterfeits him. And that's going to be 10 more for Chief Keith. Putting him up to 19. Now you're not completely out of the woods yet. Kieran is at 11. If Kieran double whiffs, or just hits one CMC, Thought Seize in a land, Ponder in a land, Lava Spike in a land in a land, things stay interesting. The Angel of Salvation is going to be way too much. Ethereal Armor to go with it. So, with everything said and done, that puts Kieran at 20. And our final totals, we have Zach at 17. Body count at 26, and that is the high spot. Body count knocks down another one somehow. We got Scott at 22, Lewis at 24, Brian at 17, Frank the Tank at 12. That's tentatively one of the lows. 16 for James, Jeremy at 17, Exbo at 12, 17 for Greg, Keith at 19, and Kieran at 20. So let's just verify the 12s. 4, 5, 7, plus 5 is 12 for Frank the Tank. Expo, 2, 4, 6, 10, and 12. Expo, Frank the Tank. Sudden Death. I typically don't give this option, but Frank the Tank Expo, since you tied for the low spot, instead of Sudden Death, I will give you the option of splitting the box. That would be 18 packs apiece. Or if you want to let it ride, we can let it ride and go the Sudden Death. Frank the Tank Expo, let me know what you decide. While we're doing that, I'm going to randomize it in 2 people. 2 people that didn't win. Well, we've got to wait. Up to Frank. Look. Expo, Frank the Tank, you have to make a decision. This isn't asking your significant other what they want for dinner. We need a firm decision. Thanks, Emma. This is an I don't know and I don't care moment. This is a firm decision. Frank the Tank, Sudden Death, you each get 1 booster pack. And whoever gets the highest CMC out of the 1 booster pack, that person wins the prize. What's up, Phil? It's been a minute since Phil's been around. Frank said sudden death. All right, let me get, since this is for a booster box. Since this is for a whole booster box, let me find some good packs here. Or at least some mid-tier packs. Frank's like, then if I lose, we'll split it. Mexican is always the answer. So here's what we're going to do. Expo gets a Strixhaven collector. Frank the Tank gets a... Man, I've just been, Phil. I've been. All right. So Frank the Tank, Strixhaven collector. That way, even if you lose, you got a little something for your troubles. Let's see if we can toot somebody up. Frank the Tank, you're up first. Remember, high CMC gets the beef. Mastery, Projects, Cauldron, Expo. Expo, it's not looking good for you here. Let's count Frank the Tank up. 2, 7, 10, 17, 21. 21 CMC for Frank the Tank. Expo, you got some work to do. Can we get enough to knock off Frank the Tank? And I'm going to tell you, since we're using collector packs, if you guys tie, we're chopping the pot. Valentine, Dean of the Vein. But on the back, we got a Lizette. Oh! Big B for Expo. That's a 9 CMC. Sheesh. Quandrix Command. Obadiah, I changed the playmat just because of you last night. All right. Next hit, Electrolyze. One more card. Arch. This is going to be close. This is going to be real close. So, Expo, we got 4, 7, 10, 19, 20, 23. Expo! The Triplicate Titan. Woo! 9, 12, 13, 17, 24. I need to change the playmat. It's like I typically change playmats like I change underwear, but I got complacent. Let's check Frank the Tank. We got 4, 11, 16, 19, 21, and the Hall of Oracles. Gotcha, Frank. Sheesh. But Frank did get a chalice. But look at this. BC and Expo. BC and Expo, the OGs. Look, Neil even said the OGs won the boxes. Now let me ask you this. Body count. Expo, do you want to take those 2 boxes you just won, go head to head, and winner take all? Let's get real degenerate with it. So we got to take Expo out of the equation here. Expo is out. BC is out. All right, let me roll the dice. We're going to roll the dice 6 times. And whoever's on top, I know you guys can't see this, but I'm doing a randomization. You'll just have to trust me. And after the 6th, Chief, Keith, and James get. Let me see if I can move this to a different monitor. Now it won't let me share it from. I don't have the scene set up on. Let me see if it'll let me add a scene right quick. It's actually autographed by Seb. Right there in the corner. And I've got COAs with it too somewhere. So congratulations, guys. Congratulations. So 3 of the OGs came out with something here. Chief Keith, body count. And then James got something too. James is not an OG, but he's been around and he's participated enough that I'm going to put him in OG territory. How's that sound? Congrats, gentlemen. Your box is... Taylor, your box will be up in just a second. This was box number 1. We were waiting for box number 2 to fill. We had a couple people drop out. So we had to go back to the drawing board and get a few people to fill in. Feldy will be right back. This one was fun. This was a fun box to open. It was a fun battle. Kimberly, you're well on your way. I think you've in the short time you've been here. I think you've participated. You've participated as much or more than a lot of the people. So we have to make Kimberly an honorary OG as well. This was crazy. The sudden death. Yeah, I believe this was the last Kickstarter, or this was not the last one he did, but the one before the last one. I really, out of the Kickstarter stuff that Seb's done, I really wanted to get the the collaboration he did with Niels Ham. I think that would be epic. Well, Tim, we can always make arrangements. You can be like, you can tell me to hold it and ship once a month or once every 2 weeks or however you want to. It's up to you. I can send it to a friend's house. You got the foil ponder? That's a huge hit, dude. Shame. I need to go through there and see who's paid and see who hasn't. That way we can hit up the other people and get them in there. Crazy battle, guys. We're about to do it one more time. It's not box 2 yet. We're cleaning up box 1, Haroon. It's taking a little bit to clean it up. Pod Glimmer Barn and Pod Flump. Body count, we still have people we have to get them to pay and to open their card pools. This is the sketch version. He did 2. I think this is a sketch. He did a sketch version and a completed art version of this angel. I call it Phyrexian Angel. I don't know the correct. I could look at the COAs and see. Time Spiral Remastered. Box 2. So let me go. I've got to go to the post in the group and get the names. So bear with me there. And then we'll have to print the name tags and then randomize everything. All right, there are the names. Let's put them in the randomizer. Roll the dice. We're going to roll it 8 times. One more time, and there is our order. Let me transfer this over to my sticker machine. I'm going to have to do a new one. That the font was a little too small. All right, here we go. So the order for this one will be Kelsey, Jordan, Kimberly, Douglas, Thomas, Jonathan Stanley, Kelly, Taylor, Blake, Haroon, and Tyler in the caboose. So let me come back to Facebook and tag everybody. I know this is tedious and takes a lot of time. I don't know how to streamline this process without actually having like somebody here helping me, or like having a mod do it. I don't know if anybody wants those responsibilities though. Taylor just tagged you. Blake Bruce is up. Then we got Haroon. And then one more, it will be Tyler. Tyler was here a minute ago, so hopefully he's still lingering around. So let's get this box open. We're going to shuffle up the packs. I'd like to see what Seb could do with art in a style that's not inherently his. Like, he did the mythoses out of Ikoria, and just on the surface, you wouldn't be like, hey, that's Seb McKinnon art, but as you look closer at it, you're like, oh, that is Seb McKinnon art. So I'd like to give him some, like Watsy, to give him something out of his wheelhouse, and just see what he could do with it. Jordan's like, let this box be the juice. You don't have to be, I don't have a Patreon, Obajai. You just have to go to the website when I post them, and then click the link, and it'll take you through the checkout. It's that easy. I do currently I only post when the battles are live in the Facebook group. I need to start posting it to YouTube. I know there's times where I can post it and you guys can see it there just as a pin post. I think the Ponder's probably, or the Chalice might be the most expensive retro foil. All right, let's back the camera up just a touch. We got to get the name tags made here. So you guys are getting to see the process live. You know, I've never, like, I usually don't get excited about new card games, but, like, now that Lorcana is going to be here Friday and I get to learn a new card game, and I hear the mechanics are similar to a couple card games. I left Shane off. Fark. Okay. I did because you jumped in late. Let's do this again. So we're going to randomize it again. Thank you, Shane. Thank you for catching that. All right. Let's roll the dice, and we've got 7 times. All right, there we go. Let me redo the stickers here. So I'm actually going to reshuffle when I have to redo the names like that. I actually reshuffle the packs too. That's not how this works, Shane. We want things to be as random and chaotic as possible. I forgot Shane. Shane's like that friend you've had forever. And then some new kid moves into town or comes to school, and you start hanging out with them all the time, and you forget Shane. Not really. I'd never forget Shane. So here's the thing. If you were going to play a card game that wasn't Magic, like if you had to drop Magic completely, would you continue to play TCGs? Would you play? Is there a different one that you would focus on? What's your take on that? I think for me it depends on how I wanted to approach it. If I wanted to play a competitive game, it would 100% be Flesh and Blood. Because Flesh and Blood, they actually support the players and the community and things like that pretty well. Just for fun, we're going to see how Lorcana works out. We're going to see how Lorcana works out, but just for fun, I think Pokemon may be the game I just played. Sorcery looks interesting. Sorcery does look interesting. I've got some beta boxes. And you can even see the timestamp or the IP where I re-randomized. Flesh and Blood is pretty good because the boxes, the manufacturer advertised price on Flesh and Blood boxes is like mid-80s. And you get 24 packs, and you can get all the big hits out of that $80 booster box. You don't have to pony up hundreds of dollars for a fancier booster box to get the better hits. And I think there's a lot to be said about that a game company cares enough about their players and customers. Kimberly, did you see the new Battle Spirits? The booster boxes have a Gundam crossover. I think that's really cool. Jonathan probably dig that too. If you hadn't seen it yet, the new Battle Spirit Saga Jonathan, it comes with like a Gundam box topper. So we got Jonathan, Kimberly, Shane. Well, here's the thing. Back in the day, if you saved all your cards with Magic, like you might have been able to retire. You might have been able to retire off your Magic cards. See you, man. Have a good night. But the way WotC keeps reprinting things. But again, as Rudy always says, stay the course, right? Gundam, yeah. So here's the order, guys. In spot number 1, we got Jonathan, then Kimberly, Shane, Tyler, Kelsey, T.O., Kelly, Doug, Haroon, Taylor, Jordan, and Blake, Bruce in the caboose. I think Blake was in the caboose again, or the other day. Battle Spirits. You've been in Magic for like a week. I don't know. I might, and I said Pokemon or maybe Lorcana, but it might be One Piece. They're bringing back UFS, aren't they, Brian? All right, let's get started. Jonathan Stanley. Here we go. Pack number 1. Let's see those retro foils. Gonna start off with a Swarmyard and an Ancient Stirrings. Low CMC there for Jonathan. That's just gonna be 1. Pack number 2. So if you guys do want to get in and participate on something, we do have a few spots left in the AFR Dungeons and Dragons set box. High and low CMC will get a collector of AFR as well as a random spot, so there'll be 3 collectors. And that's just going to be 4 more for Jonathan. Low total starting things off with a 5. Yeah, these packs are nice, Mikey. These are a ton of fun to open. Jonathan starting off with a low. Kimberly is up next. Extirpate. Oh, it's a double 1. Snake Eyes for Kimberly. That Path to Exile is really nice. This may be a low CMC box from what I'm seeing. Let's see what we get. Miri the Cursed. And a Molten Rain. For 7 more, that's going to be 9. Shane, how do you get in? Go to crackingpacksmtg.net and then search up. There'll be a lot of sold out listings, but if you type in the date 8/16, it'll bring up all the stuff from the day that's available. So Shane is starting off with an Extirpate and a Trigon Predator. The Trigon Predator was a big uncommon out of Guild Pact way back when. And Shane's starting off with a 4. Here we go, Shane. Pack number 2. Gonna need some help here. Angel of Salvation. That's a little bit of help. And a Hedron Archive. It's gonna put you at 16, and currently that is the top spot. Tyler. Can you believe we are already halfway through August? Where has this year went? I have no idea. It's been a blur. Fungus Sliver. And a Farseek double green pack. 6 CMC. Can we get a Sliver Overlord out of this one? That was the only hit out of the last box we seem to miss. Karabek. And a Beast Within. I think we got those same 2 cards in a pack out of the last box. So Tyler, that's going to tie you with Shane for the moment for the high spot. Now we have Kelsey. Tyler and Kelsey, 2 participants from my home state of Alabama, side by side. Teferi, very nice. Anger. Oh! I just thought it was a foil land. I thought it was going to be the Caverns. It's just a Urza's Factory. Got me. All right, pack 2 for Kelsey. First pack wasn't bad with the Teferi. Flags. Ah, it's a Chalice. Sheesh. back-to-back boxes with chalices. Holy moly. That's nice. And that's 0 CMC, so that's going to put you at 8. Kelsey killing it. Hold on, we got a commercial. Oh, we got to sit through it, though. We don't have an option. Here we go. Chef T.O. is up next. Let's keep this going. Come on, T.O. Tarmogoyf. How the mighty has fallen with some ruins. Tarmogoyf used to be the biggest hit you could get in any set it was printed in. Now we are, 15 years or so removed from the first printing. Power creep has changed everything in Magic. And Tarmogoyf just isn't good enough anymore. Walk the Aeons. Mystic Sanctuary, and a foil boom bust. That's just going to be 6 more, putting you at 8. The Goyf is a nice little throwback hit, though. Nice little throwback hit from the Silver Age of Magic, as we'll call it. When people actually went to Friday Night Magic, people played Standard, Extended. The good old days. All right, Kelly, this is pack 1 for you. Let's go. Draining Welk. Followed up by a Panharmonicon. So pack number 1 is 10. That's a pretty strong pack considering what we've seen so far. What's up, Kimberly? What is going on, Kimberly? Why does Facebook not like you? I need to figure out what that's about. All right, Kelly, pack 2. You got Jorah and a Nature's Claim. For 4 more, putting you at 14. That's got you in the running. That has definitely got you in the running. Doug Heights. Here we go, Doug. Pack number 1. Coalition Relic, another card that's out of the same set originally as Tarmogoyf. Time Spiral. Or was it Future Sight? May have been, it was Future Sight. That's where those cards came from. Pack 2 for Douglas will be Rada, Eternal Witness, and a Phantom Worm in foil. I don't know. It's weird. Is it get what kind of a, is it telling you it's a spam error? 5, 7. That's gonna be 10 for Doug. Doug's chilling in that low spot, that low area. Haroon, here we go. I need to figure out... I think the chat's died too. I think the chat on Facebook died. We've hit 300 comments. That's what it is. So Haroon, here we go. Life and Limb. Exquisite Firecraft. So starting off with a 7. Starting off with a 7 for Haroon. Yeah, we hit 301 comments and Facebook said, you guys have chatted too much. No more words can be spoken. So we get to keep this rolling with no Facebook chat. So Facebook guys, Rada, and a Sad Robot. If you're on Facebook guys and you want to still chat, you can hop over to YouTube or Twitch. And there I'll still be able to see your chats. So that's completely up to you. And Haroon, so far you're at 13. No, you didn't talk too much. Everybody else did. I don't understand why. I may send a help desk message to Facebook and see why it's doing that. So this is going to be Taylor's stack. Taylor M. Taylor, I believe, is this your first battle, Taylor? Well, let's see if the new guy luck helps you out any. Magus of the Moon and a Remand. Still no retro foil. 5 CMC start there. So if you guys decide to jump over to YouTube or Twitch, just let me know. Say hi there. That way I know you've moved. Woo! Taylor with the Gemstone Caverns and a Gary And a retro foil. It's the Sculler. Woo! That's a pack. Retro foil and a Caverns. Holy smoke. That's going to be 7 more. Gemstone Caverns. We like that. Putting you at 12. Jordan McCown. Facebook is definitely weird with their live stream. I think if you chat too much or you hit too many comments, they think something like spam's happening. So Jordan's going to start things off with a Stuffy Doll. A Stinkwood Imp. So let me know this. If you've ever sent a Shevin Meteor at a Stuffy Doll, we're probably close to the same age. You want to speak to the Facebook manager. He's too busy getting swole to fight Elon right now. So here we go, Jordan, pack 2. You got Safi. Oh, and a Bedlam Reveler. That's going to be a 10 CMC pack. That's going to push you into the lead, I think. You're at 18, Jordan. Currently the big stack. Yeah, these time spiral boxes have been fun. Here we go, Blake. Blake Bruce in the caboose. Let's see if he can do some work here. Gauntlet of Power. Ponder. Oh my God, a foil Achroma's Memorial. So I don't think it's urban legend anymore. I think we've done enough to bust this myth to prove it plausible that Belgian boxes are better than American and Japanese boxes. I don't think there's any arguing that anymore. That's gonna be 13 for Blake Bruce. Pack 2. Let's see if it's as good as that one. Summoner's Pack. The Painlands and Ice Age. Consuming Aberration and a Drifter Ildal. So that's going to be 5 more. So the last 2 spots brought the beef, and they're both at 18. So a little recap for everybody. We got Jonathan at 5. 9 for Kimberly. Shane at, what is that, 16. Shane's at 16. 16 there for Tyler. Kelsey's at 8. Chef T.O.'s at 8. Kelly's at 14. Doug is at 10. 13 for Haroon. Taylor's at 12. 18 for Jordan and Blake. And we're moving on to the last packs. Jonathan, it'd be a good time to whiff, bro. It'd be a good time to whiff. You're at 5, which is the low by quite a bit. No whammies, no big CMCs here. Oh, that's not what we wanted. And a Stonehorn Dignitary. So that's going to be 8. 12 more. Still have a chance there, but that puts you at 17. Kimberly. Kimberly is at 9. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Ith, High Arcanist, and a Cloud Shredder Sliver. It's interesting they included this in the set. This is originally for Modern Horizons 1. 9 more for Kimberly. Let's see where that puts you. Puts you at 18. Shane. Last pack. It's time to get some beef. You're 2 behind the pace. 18's the high. You're at 16. Let's get some big boys. Heartwood Sliver. And a Manifold Key. Don't know if that's going to be big enough. It's going to put you up to 20, though. Tyler, you're at 16 as well. Definitely within striking distance of that lead. Let's see. Let's see if we can get there. Angel's Grace. And a Thragtusk for a 5 plus 1. Makes 6 more. Pushing you into the lead for the moment. Kelsey. You are at 8. T.O. is at 8. That is the current low number. Let's see if you can stay there. Banalish Commander. Timber Battle Rage, that's just 6. Putting you at 14, and through 3 packs, 14 is the lowest with a completed stack. Chef T.O. Chef T.O. has a chance to steal here. He wants to see a Ponder and a Thoughtseize. Sudden Spoiling and a Doansby. Oh! Santa Claus counterfeited you, T.O. A second retro foil. And body count saying the Belgian boxes have 2 retro foils have held true. What's up, Clay? And that's going to give you 8 more, T.O. Putting you at 16. I thought you had the low. And then Santa Claus had to come in and say, you've been naughty this year, and knock you out of the low spot. All right, Kelly. Kelly, 22 is the high. 22 is the high spot. So you're at 14. Definitely have a chance here. Oh, definitely. Oh, and an Natali. Sheesh. 8, 9, 10, 14 more for Kelly. Things just got interesting. Putting Kelly at 28. Woo! All right, Douglas. That's not very nice. I'm glad Magic has changed quite a bit since the early days. Douglas, here we go. Cloud Key and an Elvish Mystic. So Douglas, that is going to tie you for the current low spot at 14. I remember being in like middle school. I remember being in middle school and like not wanting people to know I played Magic because they would pick on you and make fun of you. Or they would say the cards were not very Christian friendly, that kind of stuff. So this is the last pack for Haroon. Let's see what we get here. Singer Nosferatu and a Young Peasy. So that is going to give us 7 more. Putting Haroon at 20. Taylor, you either need a bunch or a little bit. 14's the low, you're at 12. You need the double whiff here, single whiff with a 1. You already got some really good cards, Taylor, but let's see. Thalon of Havenwood and the Courser of Krufix. Wait a minute. That's a rare. Boom and bust. That's going to be 6, 7, 8. 8, 11, 13 more. Putting you at 25 is still not enough. Kelly still has the lead. Yep. Times have definitely changed. I was born about 20 years too soon. Last pack for Jordan. Wheel of Fate, Mystic Confluence, and a Bewilder. So Jordan, that's going to be 5 more, putting you at 23. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough. It's left up to Blake. Well, to be honest, like some of the art in Magic didn't help their case. You know, like the Demonic Tutor, Unholy Strength. You know, there's a few cards that were like, yeah, maybe that's a little sketchy. So Blake with the Commander. Ah, it's a Tyrant and a Mog War Marshal. What a disrespectful way to end the battle. Putting you at 26 and a Talrand. Our final totals, we got Jonathan at 17, 18 for Kimberly. Shane at 20, 22 for Tyler. Kelsey is at 14, which is tentatively tied for low. 16 for Chef T.O. Kelly is at 28 in the high spot. 14 for Douglas Heights. That's going to be possibly the low. 20 for Haroon. 25 for Taylor. Jordan is at 23 and 26 for Blake Bruce. So let's check these 14s. 3, 4, 7, 9, 11, 14 for Doug. Let's check Kelsey. 2, 6, 11, 14 for Kelsey. So Kelsey, Doug, are we going for sudden death or are we going to split the box? I will give you guys the option as well. Every time Lily joins the stream, Toleran makes an appearance. You're like a lure for the Birdman. Kimberly says battle. Death match. Kelsey says all in. I don't think Doug's here. I don't think Doug's here for the so we're gonna find some booster packs. Let me go find some collectors of something. I'll tell you what, they're not collectors, but they're about the same price. These are about the same price as a a collector pack. So we're gonna go with the Commander Masters Draft Boosty here. And I don't have to walk very far to get it. That's the main thing. So, sudden death rules. The high CMC wins the prize, even though we're fighting for the low spot. I know that irks some people, but the high CMC takes the spot. Always has been that way. Always will be that way. Kelsey, here is your pack. Good luck. You're starting off with a Thopter token, which doesn't count. Sirach. Ooh, the Immortal Sun. Maelstrom Wanderer, that's filthy. So, here we go. Borderless Kadama's Reach. So, Kelsey, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 14. 14 for Kelsey. Oh my gosh. So, Doug, you have to beat a 14. Which isn't impossible in these packs. All right, 14 is the magic number. Let's go, Doug. First one will be a Hydra for 3. Godo for 9, and that is it. Somehow, oh, a Soul Ring's in there though, and a Vandal Blast. Kelsey pulls out the sudden death win. Sheesh. So what we get to do is I'm going to random the list. We're going to give 2 bonuses. I'm not going to tell you what the bonus is because I'm just going to, pretty much what I'm going to do is pick through my stash of stuff. It could be anything. So we got to take Kelsey out. We got to take Kelly out because they both won. Ladies' night. Let's roll the dice here. Let me change things. So this is all that we have ready for now. There are a couple spots left in the AFR battle. I will repost that and see if we can fill it. If not, we'll run it tomorrow. It's no sweat. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. I enjoy doing these degenerate battles. I do apologize. that that the comment cap was reached. on Facebook, that does happen. If anybody knows how to get around that, I will reward you with booster packs. That bounty's been out there for a while. I don't know if there is a way to fix it. The last AFR we did, I think we got all the dragons plus a Tiamat, right, Kimberly? Like we got all the dragons, all of them. So if anybody works at Facebook and can help us out, let me know. You wanna know a crazy story? There was a video I put up, I guess it's been a little over a year ago now, where there was an unclaimed luggage place where I got a box of cards, right? And the box of cards contained an entire deck box full of darkened signed cards. And I was like, man, this is the most amazing thing I've ever found. Well, through that video, I had somebody reach out to me saying they were their cards. No other proof other than just saying they were theirs, right? So I also had like 10 other people saying, hey, those cards are mine. Can you give them to me? But this one guy was very pushy and very rude to me about it. And he said he had friends that worked at Google and Facebook, and if I didn't return the cards, he was gonna have all my social media shut down and ruin my career and blah 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 and this, that, and other. I was like, bro, I'm just asking for proof that these are your cards. Like, and then there were people in the comments of my videos like threatening me too, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, and they're like, there's no way you got these from a lost luggage place and blah blah blah. You stole them from me. And I was like, how would I have stole these out of the mail, you know? Like, it was just a fiasco. And I finally reached out to Darkin, and Darkin's like, yeah, they're probably his. And that was good enough for me. But but he was very rude and not nice about the situation at all. You know, and you know, I could have kept the cards. Because, like, once you buy it from it's pretty much a liquidation store that gets all the lost luggage from the airlines. So once you legally, what's up, Big China? Once you legally buy that stuff, it's yours. So, Expo, how are you able to chat? How did you fix it? What magic have you used? What did you do? Do you work at Facebook? That's crazy. Expo fixed it. What? What did you do, Expo? Expo. Let's go. All right. So you guys watching on YouTube, go check out Cardboard Real Estate. That's Expo. He does a little bit of YouTubes, and he just fixed my Facebook chat. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would hook him up. Sheesh. Let's go. Kelsey. Kelly, GG's, ladies. GG's. Everybody else, thank you for participating. Hopefully you got some really cool hits. I'm going to send out some random prizes. This one gets Haroon and Kimberly. Got to get a little something extra in your package. It'll be a surprise. But for now, everyone, I'm going to cut it off. I'll repost the AFR, see if we can get it full. If not, we'll run it tomorrow like I said. But until then, have yourselves a good night. I love your faces.